Hey everyone, welcome to another Pioneer video here on Magic Arena. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and there's a link to my Ko-fi account in the description. So if you're able to support the channel that way, it is greatly appreciated. So today we are playing a little bit of Niv To Light, so you'll probably recognise the vast majority of the build of this deck, which is around the kind of Bring to Light card, which is a 5-mana sorcery with Converge. So for every colour of mana cast spent to cast it, you can search your library for a creature, instant, or sorcery card with mana value less than or equal to that number, and then cast that card. So yes, primarily to go and get Niv Mizzet Reborn, which is obviously the powerful 6/6 that lets you put a whole load of 2-colour cards into your hand, but it's a bit of a toolbox Bring to Light as well. It can kind of go and get whatever we want, so Sunfall, Deadly Cover Up to clear the board, Niv Mizzet Supreme if we want to protect our Niv from monocolour spells, Omnath, Elenda. There's various different things that we can go and get with Bring to Light. So yeah, as I say, this is a pretty established strategy in the format, but we are running a new card, which is Kavaero, or Superior Spider-Man. So this is a 4/4 for 4 in blue and black, and you can have it enter as a copy of any creature card in your graveyard, except it has the same name, and he's a spider, 4/4 spider human hero. And when you do exile that card, so yeah, we essentially get to have another go at some of our creatures, so we can, if we have a Niv Mizzet in the graveyard or an Omnath, we can get Kavaero and just do it all over again. So yeah, it just gives a little bit of redundancy and resilience to our strategies if we do need a particular card. So yeah, that is Superior Spider-Man or Kavaero. And yeah, the rest of the deck, lots of 2-colour cards as you'd expect from something like Niv Mizzet. So yeah, and again, they're kind of like scalpel cards which can deal with individual things. So Night of Autumn, good anti-aggro card, Deafening Clarion as a sweeper, Vanishing Verse is a very versatile cheap removal spell, Kolagon's Command is a good 2-for-1. So yeah, you can kind of see all of the various ways that this works, but we've also got Up the Beanstalk, which triggers off quite a lot of the cards in this deck, so yeah, it gives us some additional card draw. Ancient Cornucopia, which is a good mana fixer and life gain to help us stabilize against more aggressive decks. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, creating treasure tokens. Yeah, so a lot of it is about mana fixing, just because yeah, being 5 colors can make the whole thing a little bit difficult if we don't have the right mana mix. And it's a Yorion deck as well, so there is some increased variance. I'm not going to go through the mana base. As you can see, it's pretty complicated. Yeah, there's just lots of different dual lands and tri-lands, so yeah, you can kind of peruse those at your own leisure. In terms of the sideboard, 1 slot taken up by Yorion, obviously. We've got Deafening Silence, just to shut down those annoying decks which are trying to combo off. Fatal Push, yeah, a lot of cheaper spells just to go at the bottom of our curve, so Thoughtseize, Fatal Push. Rest in Peace, which is a bit of a nombo with Kavaero, and I think we do have to bear that in mind, that they're probably not existing in the same deck, not in the same iteration, rather. Dovin's Veto, good additional counterspells, and then 1 copy of Unmoored Ego as well, which is a good scalpel card. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory sideboard. And yeah, Niv To Light. It's always a fun strategy, kind of tier 2 I would say in the format. Never been the top deck, but yeah, has proved to be quite resilient. You do see it a fair amount. So yeah, that's the deck. Thank you very much for watching. Let's take it onto the ladder. Ooh, this is a tricky one. This doesn't have any green land. If it did, it would be a Snapkeep, I think. I'm going to try it just because Vanishing Verse does give us some early game. And this Triome turns on all of these Verges. Okay, this could be Convoke. Oof, that is not what we wanted to see. Humans, yep. Yep, they're flooding the board a bit here, so I think I'll vanish their Hopeful Initiate. I don't really want them destroying my artifacts and enchantments. Okay, Clarion's a decent follow-up, I think. Let's just clear the board again. So we've now got a bit of time. But yeah, still need that green land, ideally. Nope. Just drawn a lot of green cards. Land? Wow. That is awful. Yeah, that is not good top decking by anyone's standards. And a Cosmogrand. Okay, we're kind of in wipe the board or lose territory here. They did that in the wrong order, but... Okay. Yeah, that was just shocking top decking. Can't really be helped. So yeah, I think I want Fatal Push in this matchup. And I probably am less fussed about Elender's fine. Nahiri's probably not so great. Niv To Light Supreme is okay. I want all of my various targeted removal. I'll ditch Knight of Autumn maybe. And Valky. Okay, let's try that again. And try top decking a little less awfully. Okay. This looks decent. So we'll start with a... so this is black, red, green, and... Yeah, much of a muchness, I think. Maybe we'll start with this one. Either way, one of the shot clans makes the binding only cost 2. Whether it's worth it or not, given... I think it is, just in case they play some... I mean, if they play something like Thalia, that's a bit of a blowout, but... I will take one and live with it. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, let's play Cornucopia here. Just hold up Leyline Binding. Yep, I'm fine taking 2. I'm gonna eventually gain 1 anyway. Nothing, huh? Okay. In which case, I'll just bind their Zac Fair. Or maybe I'll bind their Thraben Inspector. No, I'd rather get rid of this, even if it turns Thraben into a 2/3. Interesting. Okay, maybe they've got removal for it then. Yeah, I think we're playing Bring to Light now. We'll decline that, because I'm going to go and get Niv Mizzet. Or if they got a counterspell, they might have a counterspell. Yep. Yeah, they are running the new Detect Intrusion card, which is pretty good. Yeah, combined with Thraben Inspector, that's a neat little interaction. So I'll play Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Gain a life. Have it in Datha Triome, and then we've got potentially Helix later on. Interesting. Okay. What are they looking for? Okay. I really don't want them destroying my artifacts and enchantments. Okay. So let's ditch this land. Play Fable number 2. Gain a life. I think we can pop Yorion in our hand now. Mockingbird, okay. Double Lieutenant is pretty good. So presumably they have the in-web ability again available to them. Huh. Fable number 3, okay. So I think let's take out this Lieutenant. Gain a couple of life. Then we'll play Yorion. Let's blink both of these. And the binding, I think, actually. Because I want that gone. So hopefully I'm beginning to outvalue them here. Wow, they have everything, don't they? And of course it's now a 5/5. Okay, I'll block that. Chump that, take 5. Okay, the opponent is fortunate, I shall give them that. They have not suffered from bad drawing here. So I think I'll ditch this Fable, I don't really need another one. And the land. Okay. Well, let's Abrupt Decay the 5/5. Gain 2 life. Then we'll pass the turn. Okay, opponent, I can top deck just like you can. Okay, let's triple block the Thraben and take 4. cycle the Savai Triome. Okay, Beanstalk is card draw at least. Yeah, let's bank the life now, just to be sure. Because we might draw, like, land or something. Okay. Didn't need to bank the life, but... I think they've still got a... Wait, no, they've just top decked, so maybe they don't have a... in-web card. Yeah, let's go get Niv Visit Reborn. Yeah, take those two. Play a Bleachbone Verge. Send in the Goblin Shaman token. Okay, we're pulling ahead a bit here now. That's fine. So I've got the option of killing their extraction specialist. They're going to try and copy my Niv Visit. I like it. As turns go, it's an interesting one. They don't get to draw any cards, but... Okay, let's take out this with a Helix now. Gain 5 life, which is pretty good. Extinction Event, I suppose, gives us a safety valve, but let's try pillaging the bog first. Because we might find an answer to Niv. He says, going looking. Nope, none of those are answers to Niv. So... Oh wait, Maelstrom Pulses. It will destroy my own, I think. Let's give them the option of blocking first. Yeah, okay, I don't need to then. I'll just pass the turn. Just vanish their lieutenant. Cool. Yeah, that was a heck of a grind, that game, but worked out pretty well. Yeah, I don't think I need to change anything here, particularly. Being on the draw is always a bit more difficult here. Okay, well at least Warden isn't Thalia, but they're certainly drawing. Cards have been drawn. So yeah, I'll take out their Warden first. So I don't have red land at the moment. So I've got a few different potential removal spells here. I think I'm fine to take 3 and see what they do. Okay, let's Abrupt Decay their Hopeful Initiate. Fine. So I'm gonna pop Yorion in hand. Fatal Push the Hopeful Initiate. Nice. Okay, well that's 2 Brave the Elements out the way for when I go and wipe the board with something like Sunfall. Which I do need another land for, but hopefully can do soon. Okay. Vanishing Verse is not terrible, but it's not quite quick enough. So yeah, let's vanish their Hopeful Initiate. Okay, need that 5th land quite desperately. Okay, well that's the start. That is a 5th land. But my life total's looking a little dicey now. Okay, I'll go to 5. Nice, okay. Now let's deadly cover up. We will collect evidence, I think. So Zac Fair can protect one of their creatures. But they're not interested in actually doing that, fair enough. I'll probably just swipe all their Hopeful Initiates. Okay, just 2, and they've got Cosmogrand and 2 Detect Intrusions in their hand. Interesting. Okay, well that's worth bearing in mind if they ever draw a blue land. I think while they haven't, let's just go and get Niv Mizzet. Yep, okay, Superior Spider-Man doesn't currently have any targets, but... Okay. I think we start attacking now. So Fable, they can counter one of the Fable triggers with a Detect Intrusion, can't they? Yeah. Whether they want to or not. I think I'll just chill with Helix available to me now, just in case they tap out. Yeah, let's Helix their Novice Inspector while we know they can't counter it. Just buffer our life total a little bit. Okay, Cosmogrand into nothing is good. So I'll ditch the Jetmir's Garden. Sadly, I think I will also ditch the Superior Spider-Man. Nice, okay. So I'll play Cornucopia. I'll vanish their Cosmogrand. Gain 2 life. Attack. Cool. Nice. Grindy, but nice. Well, it's removal central, but I think it's probably worth a go. Because this deck has so many colours, you do have to be a little bit flexible with the opening hands you're willing to keep. Yep, that makes sense. Oh. Thank you, Thoughtseize Bug. Yep. So we got both our removal spells potentially available to us here. Fair enough. Well, let's bind one of them, I think. So Lightning Helix, the Harvester. Cool, okay. So do I want to vanish the Fable or the token? I think I'll vanish the Fable. Omnath's a pretty good draw. It is fatal pushable, however, so that is worth bearing in mind with these blood tokens. The opponent may well be able to deal with it. Interesting. Maybe they've got like an Abrade or something. Yeah. Okay, that's a reasonable sort of 1.5 for 1. Okay, I think we can wait on Niv Visit for a turn. We'll vanish the Fable again, play our own. Yeah, I'll take this trade. I think that's fine. Clear the boards. They might well play like a Ritual Chamber now or something. No Shieldred, fine. Well, Shieldred, allow me to introduce you to Niv Mizzet Reborn. Looks like I'm just taking 1 card. That's a bit of a sad Niv Mizzet. Fine, I've got plenty of life here to play with. Okay, I go to 16. This turns into Reflection. I think I'm willing to be a bit risky with my life total here. Elenda has quite a lot of resilience against most of their removal. Yeah, I'll go to 10. Yep. Legends make Reflection a bit of a sad state of affairs. Cool. Well, that's very kind of them to do that for me. Yeah, they still get the life drain trigger, but I've got them off one of their lands. Okay, Abrupt Decay is a good answer to Annex, so yeah, let's take that out now before it flips. I'll stick Yorion in my hand. Yeah, this will potentially be quite a close one, I think. They've got a lot of damage floating around. Damn, okay, that is a shame. Nice, okay. So let's bind and take away their Shieldred the Apocalypse. Cool. Nice. Very nice. I keep saying nice, but it's very nice. Okay, so the opponent's on Rakdos Demons, which I think requires Thoughtseize. Probably Fatal Push as well. Let's put in our cheap early interaction. Leyline Binding's good. Abrupt Decay's decent. I think Kolagon's Command can come out here. Night of Autumn can stay. So I need to make 5 cuts. It's not the easiest one to make cuts for, actually. I think we could lose our Wraths. Maybe I'll leave it Extinction Event. They've got a lot of even mana cost spells. Again, I'll trim Valky. Probably trim Nahiri. Actually, I don't love Deafening Clarion here, so maybe I'll take that out as well. It's not the easiest deck to sideboard with, just because there's always the toolbox. It's always hard to know what to take out of it. Okay, this decent. It's good mana fixed anyway. Yep, so I can kill that if I want to, but I think I'd rather just get Beanstalk down. Start developing a little bit of card advantage. That's an early blood. So. I've got a few different answers to what they're doing, at least. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, let's... so this would be green, which will give me access to both Or am I just going to shock in? No, if I don't need to, I'm not going to. Let's just pass the turn, because now we've got both Fatal Push and Vanishing Verse available to us. So yeah, let's push that. Fair enough. Okay, well that's a decent Night of Autumn target at least. So I'll vanish their token. I'll play Night of Autumn destroying Fable. Ooh, nearly clicked the wrong one there. I'll play Breeding Pool. I am a bit low on stuff to do now, and yeah, Shieldred's a good card. That's also a good card. So yeah, let's take a risk with our life total a bit here. Play Niv Mizzet Reborn. Okay, well at least we have an answer next turn for it. Yep, I'll take all three of those. Thank you kindly. And I will block if given the option. Yep, don't think I want to go to 7. Okay. Interesting that they didn't want me to... So I'll go to 9. The Bind Shieldred. That'll draw for turn. Play a Triome. Then pass. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, it's not looking good all of a sudden. So yeah, I'll put Yorion in my hand. Play Stomping Ground. Then pass the turn. So I get a 3. Nice. Okay, well let's Lightning Helix them. Go to 4. Go to 2, and then I think I just die. Yeah, no, they got me there. Yeah, those Shieldreds are a problem. Just didn't draw enough answers to them. Maybe I'll put in Unmoored Ego. Take out a Thoughtseize on the play. Ooh, this is an awkward hand. What's the right thing to do here? I think this is a mulligan. Okay, well that's not much better, but I think I'm going to keep it. In fact, it's probably worse. I mean, the advantage is their hand disruption whiffed there, based on And a lender is difficult for them. Like, there's no doubt about that. Red, white, yeah, I can still cast Helix if I want to. This is an interesting choice. I think let's get Fable down. We don't quite need a lender yet. We're not under a huge amount of pressure. Nothing. Okay. That was a wild concede based on just seeing Fable of the Mirrorbreaker, but it is a scary card. Maybe they just ran away. Now, it would be nice to see Superior Spider-Man in action, but I think it is just one of 80 cards, so you do have to bear that in mind. And it does require something to be in the graveyard. Okay. They're going to take my Beanstalk, aren't they? I can feel it in my water. Yep. Okay, well, Cornucopia at least gives us some mana fixing. Cornucopia doesn't give us any mana fixing anymore. Okay, fair enough, it still does. Now, that's good, because it means I can potentially copy an Omnath in the graveyard if they have an answer for it. So yeah, let's shock, play Omnath, gain 4 life, which is pretty spicy. Okay, mono black, potentially a sort of devotion style build here. So yeah, let's play Omnath. He's back. Yeah, I'm not gonna fall into your fatal push trap. Okay, well that puts a different complexion on the matter, doesn't it? So yeah, I think that's got to go. And Slasher will be back before too long, so I think we do have to bear that in mind. What on earth is going on? This is a wild deck that the opponent's playing here. But you know what? I kind of like it. Ooh. Choices, choices. I don't think I want Deadly Cover Up here, and I don't want another Fable, so let's ditch both of those. Okay. What do I have to do here? Sacrifice a creature, tap it, and put a +1/+1 counter on it. I don't love that as an option either, so let's Cornucopia. Yeah, Beanstalk rather. Okay, Leyline Binding is good. So I'll shock in that. I'll play Knight of Autumn as a 4/3. Then I'll hold up Leyline Binding. No, I'll do this actually. Means their Fatal Push is now online, but maybe they didn't have one. Nope. Nice combo you got there. Slasher. He's back. Not for long. Okay, let's kill that now. Gain 2 life. Gain 3 more. Attack with Omnath. Yorion in our hand. I land. So I'm on 35 life now, which is a lot. Okay, well that's 6 damage. And 4 more. That's not bad. Yeah. No, they didn't want it. Okay, mono black. Mono black. Yeah, they got some spicy creatures. Probably want Thoughtseize. Don't want Kolagon's Command. Probably don't want Maelstrom Pulse. And again, don't really fancy Nahiri in this matchup. God, this laptop fan really does go for it when Magic is playing. It's such a simple game. You would wonder how it takes up so much CPU. Okay, looks like we're coping all the way to the end. My poor noise suppressor is having to do a lot of work, so I think that's probably why my voice sometimes drops in and out. Okay, Ketro Triome's decent. Okay, 2-1 with no targets is fine by me. Rafine's Tower is also quite decent. Yeah, so let's play that. Let's have Leyline Binding available to us. Might be a bit slow off the mark here. We're not going hugely quickly. I think I'll take the damage and see what they play. Because if they play something like an Annex, I'm going to need to get rid of it. Yep. Needs to draw a card. Okay. Let's get Fable into play. Oh, that's rough. That's really rough.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it when people touch my things. Ah, one of your friends has to leave.
Okay. Vanishing versus something. So yeah, let's ditch one Cornucopia and another Beanstalk. Alright, I'll have some land, shall I? Fine. So yeah, I'll put Cornucopia into play. Well, the auto tapper really screwed me there, didn't it? Looks like I'm playing Night of Autumn. So yeah, I'll gain that life, and I'll gain 4 more. I mean, at least I don't mind having to discard here. Go to 10. Good lord, can I have something that isn't land? Right, let's exile Lily, put Yorion in hand,
Nothing more.
play Triome. There. Okay, block that, take 4. Land, eh? That's nice. So, gain 2 life. And another land. Blink the Beanstalk. Play a land. Draw a card. Okay, Leyline Binding's good. That's not too bad. Why is there something here I'm missing? No. So I'll block the Bloodghast, bind the Bloodletter. Okay, that was close. I was drawing a lot of land there, but we did get there. Okay, that was a good 3 for 3, and we got to see Superior Spider-Man, or whatever it's called. Kevin. Yes. Okay, no, those were a cool 3 games. Yeah, very grindy, but some interesting kind of decision points. I do like Niv To Light as a deck. It does have... It's got powerful cards, obviously being a 5-colour deck. Ooh, Mythic Wildcard, love to see it. But it's there's a lot of interesting decision points and choice of opening hands, and yeah, I like it a lot as a deck. I really like the way it plays. Yeah. And we were able to copy an Omnath from the graveyard. So, that's winning as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, no, there's some good stuff in here. Niv Mizzet's a great card. Bring to Light obviously being just a toolbox for anything you need, particularly when it can be up to 5 mana, is really, really good. This is basically just turn it into any spell in your deck, apart from Leyline Binding. Yeah, very good indeed. Always good fun. So yeah, here's the deck list one more time. It's in the description as usual. So let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching. Should also say that. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe. Contribute to the Coffee account if you can. And I'll see you next time.